More oldies, more often. We're the heart and soul of rock and roll. KRLA, Pasadena.
Go!
And now, the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA. Brought to you by Universal Pictures' Dr. Detroit, starring Dan Aykroyd.
Let's take a trip down William Boulevard!
And good evening, this is Mucho Morales, and welcome to the East L.A. Sound Special here on KRLA, the heart and soul of rock and roll. For the next 2 hours, we'll be cruising down Whittier Boulevard, Brooklyn Avenue, Atlantic Boulevard, and through all the streets of East L.A., bringing back some memories of over 20 years of the music that's been known as the East L.A. Sound. Remember the Midnighters, the Premiers, the Blendells? Well, you're going to hear them and lots more tonight. And we'll be talking to some of the groups that put East L.A. on the map, like War, El Chicano, and Tierra, just to name a couple. In fact, the guys from Tierra will be dropping by later tonight to reminisce with us for a little while. And we'll be talking to some of the people that became big parts of the East L.A. scene. How about the legendary Art LeBeau, Huggy Boy? And I'll have a little help during these next couple of hours, too. I mentioned Tierra coming by a little later on tonight. And with me right now, talking about the early days in East L.A., Ruben Guevara and John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets, veteranos of the East L.A. Sound. John and Ruben, speaking of the East L.A. Sound, a lot of people think that the music from East L.A. and that sound that we have here in Los Angeles, that you hear a lot of on KRLA, a lot of people think that that's only limited to groups that were born or raised in East L.A.
Well, Mucho, that's not true. We had a lot of influence from groups outside of the East L.A. area. We had groups such as Rose and the Originals from the San Diego area, Little Julian Herrera, Carlos Brothers.
Where was Little Julian from? It was like from East L.A.?
The deepest part of East L.A. Way towards when we started going out towards the San Gabriel Valley area. We had black artists such as Johnny Otis, the Penguins.
Joe Houston,
right.
Chuck Higgins did Pachuco Hop.
Where was he from?
I think he was from Central L.A., South Central, Watts area.
Yeah, the East L.A. sound incorporates not only Latin music, but also heavy R&B sounds, such as was popular in the 50s. And what we did was that, we just kind of created our own sound with it,
Well, why do you think the East L.A. area adopted that sound?
I think mainly it's because it was fun music to party to.
Right.
And the whole scene was like a social climate, environment, and the music was just perfect to party with, to dance to.
And we wanted to get in bands. We wanted to sing. Ruben and I wanted to sing. It was a good outlet to to kind of express ourselves and also to meet girls. Have the chicks come out and talk to us. Mm-hmm. And we enjoyed music. I grew up listening to music. The early stations and KRLA, Art LeBeau, and Huggy Boy.
I think also that the dedications thing did a lot to create, I think, kind of a familiar family type of a situation too.
You got to remember too, that was our only outlet in the media, man. We could poor Chicano in the neighborhood in the barrio could pick up the phone and put something out over the air.
It was great advertising too for your gangs, man. And to try and meet that one special girl, you give her a little dedication. Man.
Of course, one of the artists that a lot of people in East LA identify with and have for so many years is someone that's not from East LA. Getting back to what you were talking about, actually, he's from Pacoima, up in the San Fernando Valley.
Ricardo
Valenzuela, better known as Richie Valens.
Soy
Well, that was La Bamba by Richie Valens. You know, the man who first discovered Richie Valens was Bob Keane of Delphi Records. Bob first saw Richie singing on a stage at a movie theater in San Fernando. He talked to us at KRLA about his friend, Richie Valens.
I think he's really the only true Latin rock star that ever happened that big. The style that he came up with was the cross between the Latin and the rock, and it's something that'll never die. Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna. I had a girl, Donna was her name. Since she left me, I'd never been the same. 'Cause I love my girl, Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Now that you're gone, I'm left all alone, all by myself to wander and roam. 'Cause I love my girl, Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Well, darling, now that you're gone, I don't know what I'll do. 'Cause I've had all my love for you. I had a girl, Donna was her name. Since she left me, I've never been the same. 'Cause I love my girl, Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna.
That was the classic Donna by a man we'll always remember, Richie Valens. Say, remember the grind? Maybe dancing close and tight with your special guy or lady on a Saturday night? We'll bring back a couple of those fine memories for you on the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA right after this.
Orale! You've been waiting your whole life, and now this is it. The mightiest movie ever made. I'm Johnny Chingas with the most exciting news of the decade. The motion pictures that dreams are made of. Impressive. Irme. A todo dar. This is Dr. Detroit. A great movie for dates featuring for the rucas the breathtaking charm of that international famous vato loco, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, yeah. Nice tushy.
Thank you. And for the vatos, drool over steaming, sultry scenes with a gorgeous, articulate female.
Believe me, honey, we are the best.
See Dr. Detroit, mild-mannered profesor por día, protector of rucas by night. Don't miss these loco thrills and excitement. Everything you ever wanted and more. Dr. Detroit, powerful action with trancazos. Screams. Rated R, under 17 not admitted without veterano. Orale, make an appointment to see the doctor.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. You're listening to KRLA's The East L.A. Sound. I'm Mucho Morales, and with me this evening, Ruben Gravera and John Martinez. Now, we've just heard Richie Valens, whose career, of course, tragically ended in a plane crash back in 1959. Richie was a hero to a lot of bands in the East L.A. area. Now, he proved that they could do it, too, that they could get on out there and penetrate, the musical public and that sound.
One of the giants.
Mm-hmm.
One of the giants in rock and roll.
What was the music scene like back then, John, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the East LA area?
Well, I would say, you got to remember, I started partying when I was 8 years old. And I was in the 4th grade.
Used to call him Jumpin' Johnny.
Right. I used to take my 45s to the parties, and I'd play them. And I think some of the hottest groups back in East L.A. in the 50s that I remember were Johnny and the Playboys. And they were out of Salesian High School. Other groups such as the Luxuriers, the Romancers, Blue Satins, Cannibal Headhunters, Blendals, Premiers. I mean, the place was just jumping musically, and with just hundreds of groups.
The dance halls and
dance halls. There was places like
Legion.
Almont Legion Stadium. Closer to East LA was the Paramount Ballroom, the Big Union, the Little Union,
Lord's Hall.
Yeah, the Gigi Hall, the Montebello Ballroom, the Kennedy Hall, the Roger Young.
Kennedy, man.
The Roger Young, boy.
The Roger Young was crazy.
Yeah. Met a lot of fine chicks there.
What kind of music were these groups primarily doing back in the late 50s, early 60s in East LA?
A lot of slow stuff, man. We were into dancing slow,
Slow
doing the
tight.
grind.
Oh yeah, the grind.
Yeah, that's something that we.
What was that like?
It was real tight.
What was that
and
like?
Sweaty.
That was hot, man. That's what it was like.
It was how you learned your manhood. You know what I mean?
Can you remember one of those slow, dreamy records?
Yeah.
Sure. Magic Mountain.
Dreamy Eyes.
Dreamy Eyes.
Anything by the Dubs.
Earth Angel.
Earth Angel, Earth Angel, will you be mine, my darling dear? Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hoped and I prayed that someday I'll be the vision of your happiness. Oh, Earth Angel, Earth Angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and pray that someday that I'll be the vision of your happiness. Oh, Earth Angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you.
Earth Angel by the Penguins, a great song for those slow dances. And for fast dancing, there was this classic by East LA's Chuck Higgins, Pachuco Hop. listening to the East L.A. Sound on KRLA, the heart and soul of rock and roll. I'm Mucho Morales on this Saturday evening, and with me, Ruben Guevara and John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets. Guys, the mid-'60s. You know, I was back over in East Los Angeles, really the place to be for music and fun and cruising around with your girlfriend and sock hops and dances and slow dancing and all kinds of things. You know, so much was going on in the mid-'60s in East L.A.
Too much sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
Not enough, man.
Not enough.
Well, you guys remember some of those groups that, their music didn't hit the national charts. They didn't sell the records, but they were very popular, very hot in East L.A.
Sure.
What about the Blue Satins, man?
Oh, Blue Satins were one of the hottest, most popular groups. They used to have a large following. But I think that was due to the fact they had 10 guys in the group. I mean, they had so many guys in that group there.
Family, sisters, relatives,
I think,
sure, man.
Yeah, I think they used to get paid something like $2 a night. Man. They had to, after they split the cost, and the roadies and stuff. It just, but they were a very hot group. They had a real nice, large brass section, and had a good singer. And the songs they played, they're very enthusiastic up on stage. And they were one of the hottest groups in East L.A. I think they set a precedent, though, because after that, it seemed like every group had to have at least 8, 9 guys in the group, and everybody wanted a brass section in the group.
They all wore the same clothes.
Right. Oh, that's right. Uniforms. Uniforms were the thing, Each group was trying to outdo the other group as far as who can have the flashiest outfits and suits and clothing. So, but I think that was healthy. I really do. I enjoyed dressing up when I went up on stage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Made you feel what? Made you feel real sharp.
Made me feel sharp and hot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was ready to rock and roll.
What about the premieres?
Premieres were a very, very tight group, and they were a lot of fun to watch and to dance to. Because you got to remember, that's where we went to parties, to pick up on the girls and to dance. If you couldn't dance, you were out of luck. So unless you had a nice car. You had a nice little low
You couldn't dance. It didn't matter what you had, man.
Yeah, that's true. The premieres, I remember them. Farmer John, right?
Farmer John, I'm in love with your daughter. The one with the champagne eyes. Knows that I love her. Everything she shows, she don't die. Farmer John,
The premieres with Farmer John. You probably saw them on a night or two at the Almonte Legion Stadium. We'll be back with some more memories of the Almonte Legion Stadium on the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA right after this.
Orale, this is it, the mightiest movie ever made. The most exciting news of the decade. Dr. Detroit, the story of one local Professor Squidlow, sheltered and beloved Maestro por día y por noche, guardian of beautiful women. About the local most feared by the underworld.
This Dr. Detroit is bad.
See Dr. Detroit, rated R, under 17, not admitted, without parent or veterano.
Dr. Detroit.
Make an appointment to see the doctor.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. You're listening to the East L.A. Sound Special on the Heart and Soul of Rock and Roll, KRLA, with yours truly, Mucho Morales, my co-host for the first part of the show, Ruben Guevara, and John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets. By the way, Deanna will be joining us a little later on in the show this evening, so stick around for that. Remember the El Monte Legion Stadium back in the days?
Sure do.
Oh, yeah, El Monte.
I remember my first time that I went down there. It was...
Were you about 7 years old, John?
No, I think I was about 15 years old. Yeah. And I remember jumping in a 59 Chevy, me and about 4 other buddies of mine, and we cruised on down there. That was my first time, so I didn't really know what to expect. I remember walking into the place, and it was a huge place, you know. And
what was the capacity at the stadium?
It must have been about 1,000, maybe
more than that.
Maybe more than that.
About 3,000
but
or 4,000.
out of that 1,000, there must have been about 500 veteranos. I mean, some homeboys that were, they were ready to party and do other things. But I didn't want to get into any hassles with them because there were just a lot of homeboys there.
What were some of the shows that were being put on there?
Oh, Little Julian Herrera used to play there often. Johnny Otis.
Penguins, just Joe Houston, Chuck
a lot of the
Higgins.
black groups. And I know that Art LeBeau used to have a lot of shows there. And we'd go down there and check that out. By the way, the group that Ruben and I used to play with, Ruben and the Jets, were the last group that ever played there.
Is that right?
Tore it down right afterwards.
Yeah, we tore it right
down.
after
our last set.
I spray painted every inch of that wall, man, and that was it. They tore it down about a month later.
Of course, the man that helped put those shows on at the El Monte Legion Stadium was Art LeBeau.
You should listen to him.
Right. I've had the pleasure of working with Art here a few years back at KRLA. We spoke with Art in the early days at the El Monte Legion Stadium on KRLA, and Art shared these memories with us.
Well, I'd come out and I'd say, do you want to rock? And everybody go, yeah! We did the first Oldies But Goodies show there in the summer of 1957. It was a big sellout, and I had been playing Oldies But Goodies on the radio for about a year, and I thought it would be a good idea to present these artists in person. And sometimes we would mix the oldies artists with the current hit artists of the day. Everybody wanted to be on the show every week, and so it depended on who we could get from the East, or who would be out here maybe doing a television show or doing something else. So we could only handle so many people. So for the locals, I would say to them, well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if we're going to be able to use you next week, but you listen to the Art LeBeau show during the week, and if you hear your name mentioned, then you be here Saturday night. And so that was my method of booking the show. I just announce on the air who was going to be there. And usually they'd all show up. If one didn't, it didn't make that much difference because we had so many that no one ever complained. The average price at El Monte was around $2.50, I believe. And on some nights when we would have a Jackie Wilson or Jerry Lee Lewis or Chuck Berry or some other big star who we'd have to pay more money, considerable more money to, we'd have to charge a little more. And I recall one night, and I don't remember who the star was, but this happened on several occasions. People would come to the dances expecting to pay $2.50, girls in a group, maybe 3 of them or a couple of them, and they'd have just the exact right amount, $5, all in quarters and all digging it out of their purse. And so I got into the habit of hanging around the box office, and if some of the kids ran out of money, I'd have a pocket full of quarters, and I'd go out there and help give them a little transfusion, money transfusion, and help them with $50 or so, and they could get into the dance, and made a lot of friends that way. We had many, many successful Oldies But Goodies shows at El Monte Legion Stadium. Be there or be square.
Those oldies but goodies reminds me of you. The songs of the past bring back memories of you. I always remember the first night we met, the songs they were playing, I never will forget. I always will treasure them. reminds me of you. Yes, dear, they are playing our song, and they will always remain our song. And each time you hear them, I hope you too will cherish the wonderful memories that our Lord once knew. For these songs are just a symbol of the love that I have for you. Those oldies but goodies reminds me of you. The songs of the past bring back memories of you. Forever they will haunt me, but what can I do? Those oldies but goodies reminds me of
Little Caesar and the Romans and those oldies but goodies. A song we all identify with Art LeBeau and the early days of the East L.A. sound. We love you, Art. And speaking of those early days, remember a group called the Sisters? Now, it's said they were the only Chicano girl group around in those early years. Maybe this will jar your memory a little. The Sisters and G Baby G.
G baby G, G baby G, G baby G, baby G. I love my baby, yes I do. And I can trust in him 'cause I know that he'll be true. I love my baby, he's so good, yeah. And I will love him all my life, that's understood. And I'll tell him, G baby G, I really love you, G baby G. I'm dreaming of you every time he kisses me. I said, G baby G, oh G. And I see heaven in his eyes. And when he holds me tight, he keeps me hypnotized. He made a promise me, yeah. We're gonna take a walk downtown and buy a ring. Now tell him, G baby G, I really love you, G baby G. I'm dreaming of you every time he kisses me. I said, G baby G, oh G. Now tell him, G baby G, I really love you, G baby G. I'm dreaming of you every time he kisses me. I said, G baby G, oh G. G baby G, I really love you, G baby G.
This is the KRLA East L.A. Sound Special, the heart and soul of rock and roll. I'm Mucho Morales, and with me this evening, Ruben Guevara, John Martinez from Ruben and the Jets. A lot of things going on in East L.A. and that East L.A. sound back then, late 50s, early 60s. What happened to the record companies? Where were they?
Well, they were buying all the English acts, man. You know, Beatles, Stones, and all that. Wasn't that the English invasion time?
There was, yeah, it didn't seem like there was a lot of interest by the major labels, to tap into what was happening in East L.A. for whatever reason. Maybe they felt we couldn't sell the records, or it was too much of a risk. Although there were small labels,
Just as well, too, because if they would have gotten a hold of it, they would have, made it homogenized, and it wouldn't have been the real thing anyway. So
you mean they might have made it too commercial anyway?
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, but there was some small labels that they were interested in our groups, such as labels like
Rampart,
Rampart, Faro.
Eddie Davis was very responsible for.
Yeah, Eddie Davis was very instrumental in putting a lot of the East Side groups on record.
We spoke with Eddie Davis, and he shared with us his thoughts on the East L.A. sound on KRLA.
Dick Moreland came to KRLA. So we started doing dances every Friday night at Rainbow Gardens in Pomona, and they became known as the KRLA Friday Night Dance. A fellow from East Los Angeles, his name was Billy Cardenas, and he was managing several East Los Angeles bands, one in particular that I remember called the Romancers. And Billy Cardenas kept bothering me every week after week after week to let his band be the guest band. And finally we did. I got completely turned on by the way the ethnic thing that they had, but everybody was playing, all East Los Angeles was playing Motown in those days. It had to be R&B Motown. But to me, they got a thing when they play that was kind of an ethnic thing, you know, a rhythmic thing to soul. You know, it just actually was very uncommercial. I think it was uncommercial, but it turned me on. And that's how I got involved in East Los Angeles. I started trying to develop that sound because sounds were very important in those days. They had the Nashville sound and the Motown sound, and we were going to have the East L.A. sound. You know, My Heart Cries is the first one that caught on.
My Heart Cries by the Romancers, a local group from the early days of East L.A. You know, those days were filled with so many groups that we loved here in L.A. And one of those groups broke through to the national scene. Remember the Midnighters? When the East L.A. Sound Special continues on KRLA, we'll be bringing back memories of Little Willie G and the Midnighters right after this.
Professor Clifford Skridlow. For dia a mild-mannered college professor.
I don't need stimulants. I have a good book.
Pero de noche he turns into... guardian of beautiful rucas and the vato loco most feared by the underworld.
Nothing can destroy the doctor.
He was a vato of many faces.
Step aside, lad. Here, you'll be eating my food.
A modern-day Avenger.
If you want trouble, then you just keep coming up.
He turned into the slickest of the slick, hipper than Dr. Chivago, más suave que Dr. No.
This Dr. Detroit is bad. He's even badder than Mr. T.
I want you to arrest everybody in this room, including me.
Make an appointment to see the doctor. See the vato loco, Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit.
This one's on the doctor.
Let's party! Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent or veterano.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. AM 1110, KRLA, the heart and soul of rock and roll, and East L.A. Sound Special. I'm Mucho Morales, and with me this evening, again, Ruben Guevara and John Martinez. Remember the Midnighters?
Oh, sure do. They were the most...
Let's take a trip down.
Soto? No, it wasn't Soto. What was it? Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
That was Whittier Boulevard.
Whittier Boulevard.
Unfortunately, the Boulevard is closed right now. But, I remember the Midnighters very well. I think the Midnighters were probably the most popular group in East L.A. I'm talking about the East L.A. area, the bordered by Atlantic and Whittier and Soto. The heart of East L.A., that was the number one group.
And their frontman, Little Willie G, one of the greatest frontmen ever come out of East L.A. Now, what is he? The Righteous Reverend Little Willie G?
Yeah. No, the Righteous Reverend William Garcia.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
But he's working
with gangs.
With young kids on the East Side. He's
still instrumental.
Stuff, yeah.
Why do you think they were so popular?
They also had the best-looking groupies.
Yes.
They're one of the first bands to have great-looking
They look
groupies,
sharp all the time on stage. They're always dressed sharp.
What they wear?
Well, tight clothes.
Tight pants, I remember that. Tight black pants.
Tight skirts, tight sweaters, tight.
The groupies or the band?
Satin jackets, too.
I mean, we're talking about the groupies or the band?
I'm talking about the groupies, man.
Okay, John, tell us about the band.
Well, the band would always... I'll come back to earth here. The band would always dress very sharp. I remember they used to have this satin jackets.
I wasn't looking at the bands, man.
Blue satin jackets.
You're talking about the bands.
Well, when I wasn't looking at the girls, I'd be looking at the band, checking them out.
So you into jackets and bands. I was into the groupies, man.
Yeah. Hey, we got a real big one here for you.
Okay.
Some memories of the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA. Little Willie G and the Midnighters.
Let's take a trip down Whittier Boulevard.
Whittier Boulevard, a classic by the Midnighters. Did you know the song was nominated for a Grammy in the 60s? Now that was an East L.A. first. Gee, I wonder how many girls fell in love with the lead singer, Little Willie G. Well, he's now the Reverend William Garcia. Little Willie shared a couple of his memories with us at KRLA about those early days with the Midnighters.
We were originally called the Gentiles. We had a Jewish drummer, and it was a pun, but the Gentiles weren't getting much work, so we were trying to figure out how we could get people to recognize us more. So we went out and we bought black suits, purple shirts, and real skinny black ties, which was a thing back in the 60s, and dark glasses. And then we changed the dark glasses to those Long Ranger masks, and we put glitter on them, and it became, and we changed our name to The Midnighters. There was a group called Hank Ballard and The Midnighters from the East Coast, so we didn't want to create any friction there or get sued or anything like that. And the just seemed to be something, special. Not just the Midnighters, but the Midnighters.
And a very special group indeed. On KRLA's Nighttime Request and Dedication Show, our lines are filled for requests for this one by the Midnighters, Sad Girl.
Sad girl, you look so sad. Did he break your heart? Gee, that's too bad. I guess now you see our love can't be sad, girl. Forget that guy. Come on, let's smile now. Please, won't you try? Get a hold of yourself. Come on and find someone else. Open up your heart, girl. Make a settle, make a brand new start. Please don't you cry. Just go out and find yourself another guy. Sad girl, you just hold your head. That's the way love goes. Why don't wanna know? Yeah, yeah. Everybody's somebody's fool. You're no exception to the rule. So say it to pretty baby, yeah, yeah. Everybody had a good day, yeah. Your day is gonna come, I know. When you find a love that's so true. One love, baby, yeah, yeah. One love that's meant for you. Lord, love you, pretty baby, yeah, yeah. Sad girl. Oh, please, won't you please come back to me? 'Cause I know.
No doubt about it, we're bringing back some memories for you this evening on the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA. This is Mucho Morales with Ruben Guevara and John Martinez. Hey, do you guys remember cruising down Whittier Boulevard listening to Huggy Boy on the radio? Do you remember that?
Huggy Boy, yeah. It was the godfather, I guess, of the early R&B East Side music thing. He was used to be on a hard-to-find station, the far right of the dial, and it was like bzzz, and a lot of static, and but you could still make out the dedications and the music. It sounded better with the static. It sounded like a scratch record.
Yeah,
You know?
he seemed to be playing. He seemed to be playing directly for us. You know, a lot of the music that he played, we'd listen to it cruising the boulevard, and he would play what we'd call the baddest, the toughest oldies.
So how long did you listen to him for? How many years did you listen to Huggy Boy on the radio, cruising around?
You never stop cruising, Mucho.
Yeah.
I mean, you never stop cruising, man.
Even when you're going down Sunset or Fairfax,
Sure.
you know, it's hard to get it out of your system, and you still cruise. You know,
See, I take Brooklyn all the way down, become Sunset, I wind up at the beach, and come back 2 or 3 times a day.
And he ain't even got a car, man. He cruises on the bus.
That's right. That's right. Take the RTD, boy. Yeah. Little transistor radio there, checking out KRLA. You know.
You remember any of the records Huggy Boy used to play?
He was into playing a lot of the slow songs. I mean, that was his forte. I mean, that's where he was at.
It's what?
Speaking of slow, John.
Yeah.
Speaking
slow
of slow
Sure.
and ballad and
Yeah.
the wraparound and all that stuff, there was a record that Huggy Boy referred to as the East L.A. National Anthem. It was 1961.
Huggy's Bunnies.
Oh, no.
Rosie and the Original.
Angel Baby. Yeah. Do it.
It's just like heaven being here with you. You're like an angel, too good to be true.
Angel Baby by Rosie and the Originals, a very special East L.A. sound. Remember the Blendells? We'll have their La 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 for you when the East L.A. Sound Special continues on KRLA right after this.
Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit.
Finally, a movie with local thrills and excitement. The motion picture of the decade. Gorgeous Ruca's in danger, and Professor Squilo comes to the rescue.
You're going to enjoy it.
Ooh, I love it.
Universal Pictures presenta that international vato loco Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without veterano.
This Dr. Detroit is bad. B-A-D.
Make an appointment to see the doctor.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. There was an East L.A. group that you saw at the Rainbow Gardens, El Monte Legion Stadium, and all over the East L.A. area in those early days. The Blendells.
I'm gonna do a little song for you now that'll make you clap your hands, kick your feet, and as a matter of fact, it'll tear you up. La 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la. I said a la la la, just one more time. Come and get your soul, ready to go. I said get your girl now, ready to go. I said a la la la, one more time. Clap your hands, I said clap your hands. Oh, yeah, I said clap your hands. I said a la la la, one more time. All right, now.
La 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 by the Blendells. Oh yeah, what a classic. Say, hear that sound? That's Huggy's Bunnies by Frankie Olvera, a sound identified with the one and only Dick Hug Huggy Boy. When we talked to Huggy Boy at KRLA, he told us about a special memory he had during the early days in East L.A. at the El Monte Legion Stadium.
We played the biggest million-selling groups in the world at the El Monte Legion Stadium. But one Saturday night, I broke a record with a guy called Little Julian Herrera. And the reason for this was Little Julian Herrera had got himself into some trouble, and he'd been incarcerated for many years. And I had went to Tijuana for some reason, or went to the track in Baja or something, and I looked at a club, and I looked up there, Little Julian Herrera, and I went into the club, and I said, Julian, what are you doing here? And he said, well, I'm playing here since I got out of being in trouble and everything. And I said, would you like to play the El Monte Legion Stadium? And he said, oh, yes. And I said, well, how much do you want? He said, well, you have to give me my bus fare up there and $25. And I said, well, I'll give you a little more than that. And he said, well, I'll play it in a couple Saturday nights. Well, I decided to put a key line. The key lines, KRLA was a very big help to El Monte Legion Stadium. We had spots on here every hour, every weekend, and we'd say over again, El Monte Legion Stadium Saturday night, El Monte Legion Stadium Saturday night. But the key line on this particular Saturday night was, little Julian Herrera will be there. He's been away a year and a day. And to everyone listening, that meant he got out of jail. It was like a coming out of jail party. He drew 6,000 something people at $2 or $3. It made an absolutely fortune.
Oh, yeah, what a night that was. And the song that everyone remembers little Julian doing that night, I Remember Linda.
Still remember, still remember, still remember Linda. I still remember when I first met you.
You're listening to the KRLA East L.A. Sound Special with yours truly, Mucho Morales, and Ruben Guevara and John Martinez. Hey, you guys remember the rock and roll shows at Salesian High, Battle of the Bands?
Johnny used to go there a lot.
No, I don't remember. No, yeah, I remember. Of course I remember. I used to go to all of them. I think they started off, Mr. Taggart was very instrumental. Mr. Taggart was
Call him
music...
Mr. T, wasn't it? Wasn't that early Mr. T?
Mr. Taggart, whatever. He was a music teacher over at Salesian High School in East L.A. And he had a very, very well-known music department in there, and a lot of the East L.A. musicians would come out of that school. In fact, guys would go to that school just so they can take music lessons from Mr. Taggart. But he was very instrumental in putting a lot of these groups together on one stage. Actually, it was two stages. The East L.A. College Auditorium had two stages, and which was very impressive. I remember sitting there in the back, and I had to sit in the back because the place used to get jam-packed. I mean, and the first 10 rows were nothing but girls. You know, and they would rush the stage, especially like when the Midnighters, Little Ray, would play. It was very instrumental in that a lot of the East LA groups got a chance to perform in front of a large audience.
Well, you know, Ruben and John, one of those groups that was on those rock and roll shows back then that broke into the national charts and actually toured with the Beatles back in the 60s. Yeah. Sure. Was Cannonball and the Headhunters.
Cannonball and the Headhunters out of Boyle Heights.
Hello, Frankie.
The music was starting to change from rock, from early R&B. It was starting to get more syncopated and different drum beats. After the Philadelphia sound had kind of changed the beat a little bit. Stevie Wonder came out with a song called Fingertips, and the beat was so good on it that I wanted to cop that feel
with something, and I just didn't want to do fingertips. For one thing, I wasn't that high of a singer like Stevie Wonder at that time when he was, I think, 12. But I wanted to do that, and at that time, Rufus Thomas had a song called "The Dog," "Walking the Dog," and I used to do it all the time, and I had a little skit to go with it, and it was real popular. So I kind of got that song and the old Chris Kenner song of "Land of a Thousand Dances," and I pieced it together. But Chris Kenner was lyrics from the beginning of the song completely to the end. It didn't have no instrumental break. It didn't have nothing. It was just lyric after lyric after lyric. So at this time I was kind of popular, so I wanted to add that song into my repertoire, and I was at this place called the Rhythm Room in Fullerton, and the people were really responsive to the song and to the way I put it together with the dog, and all of a sudden the energy got so high and the groove was so good that I went on a blackout. I forgot the song. And I didn't know what to do, you know? So I kind of danced a little bit and I shook a little bit at that time, and then it just seemed like, well, I might as well just stick to my guns and just get these people to do something. So I started going, na, 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 na.
I said, na, 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 na.
You're listening to the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA, Pasadena.
Una mala mujer. Una mamacita. You got to change your evil ways, baby. People wise not loving you. You got to change, baby.
Well, I bet you recognize the song, but not the singers, right? Well, this group was called the Village Callers. Who were the Village Callers? Well, they were an East L.A. group who recorded Evil Ways first, before Santana. Let's have Eddie Davis tell the story.
Let me tell you about the Village Callers. They were managed by a man named Hector Rivera, and they were the first of the groups that I became involved with where the members of the group themselves actually were involved in music as students and learning, you know, and were planning on following music as a career. And we decided to record an album with them live at a club in Pico Rivera called the Plush Bunny. And in that live recording session, they did a version of a song that Willie Bobo played called Evil Ways. And it really attracted attention in San Francisco. But Woodstock had just finished, you know, and of course Santana. was very big and was recording for Columbia Records, and he had recorded the same song, Evil Ways, but it was in the can at Columbia. And one of the A&R directors at Columbia, Ed Matthews, was trying to get Columbia to release it, but they just didn't believe in it because it was a different thing. You know, that sound was there, you know. But when the Village Callers record went top 10 in San Francisco, Ed Matthews convinced Columbia to release Santana's version of Evil Ways. And of course, that was the end of the Village Callers' Evil Ways, because Santana was from San Francisco. So the minute that came out, that was the end of ours. But Santana's Evil Ways probably never would have been released had the Village Callers not recorded Evil Ways.
The KRLA East L.A. Sound Special continues this evening with yours truly, Mucho Morales and Ruben Guevara, John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets. And joining us in a few minutes on the show will be Tierra. First of all, Ruben, talk about the 70s. You know, that was a period of a lot of self-reflection in the Chicano community, the roots thing, and things like that. Music changed. The political structure was different in the country in the 70s.
Right. Climate change.
And the mood changed. The people's attitudes changed. And, you know, Ruben, you had quite a lot to do back in the 70s.
Well,
what was happening in East L.A. in the 70s?
It was kind of quiet, and that's why I decided to put together Ruben and the Jets along with Zappa. You know, he approached me to put together to stage the concept that he came up with in the late 60s. And I thought it'd be a great way to continue the musical culture, you know, to bring it back and into a working band and doing some of the old tunes, you know, that were popular back then. And so along with Johnny and Bobby Camarena and Bobby Zamora.
Tony Duran from the Premiers.
The old Premiers. Bill Wild of an old band from the East Coast, the Duvals. We put together, along with Motorhead from the Old Mothers.
Buffalo. Bobby Zamora.
We put together Ruben and the Jets.
We try to keep the East LA sound going.
Do you think the nostalgia craze in the mid-70s, you think that came about, maybe people wanting to go back?
Sure.
Happy what Days. Are some of the reasons, right? Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
And a lot of.
You had groups like Shannon Now, Flash, Cadillac, and.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So why do you think that came about? The big craze, the big nostalgia craze in the mid-70s with television and radio, and a lot of groups starting to redo oldies, and a lot of people dressing, wanting to go back. Why do you think that happened?
To fall in love again.
Get dreamy.
Sure.
People were afraid of the
dance
future.
Tight, you know, and you know, just escape and just jump in your car and go to the beach, you know, and listen to records along the way.
Well, here at KRLA, you know, we're trying to keep a lot of that tradition alive too.
Hey, God bless you guys. May the rock and roll gods smile on you guys forever.
And keep those dedications coming in.
Them coming in. Mucho.
That's part of our culture, is calling in on the telephone.
Use
and
that
dedicating,
telephone.
You know, to Bertha from Chewy with all our love, you know.
And they still want to hear those old classics.
Hey.
Keep Mount Bell in business.
You move on to the future, but don't forget your roots.
Ruben Guevara and John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets, I want to thank you two gentlemen for stopping by this evening on the East LA Sound Special and sharing
thank
your
you for having
memories
us on here.
Hey, thanks
about
a lot,
East LA.
We appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Si se puede y adelante.
Órale, pues.
Tierra will be us to tell us some of their stories in the East LA Sound Special when we continue. Right now, Ruben and the Jets.
Chance bound to to be
Reuben and the Jets with To Be Loved. Deanna joins us when the East L.A. Sound Special continues on KRLA right after this.
Orale! You've been waiting your whole life, and now this is it. The mightiest movie ever made. I'm Johnny Chingas with the most exciting news of the decade. The motion pictures that dreams are made of. Impressive. Irme. A todo dar. This is Dr. Detroit. A great movie for dates featuring for the rucas the breathtaking charm of that international famous vato loco, Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, yeah. Nice tushy.
Thank you. And for the vatos, drool over steaming, sultry scenes with a gorgeous, articulate female.
Believe me, honey, we are the best.
See Dr. Detroit, mild-mannered professor por dia, protector of rucas by night. Don't miss these loco thrills and excitement. Everything you ever wanted and more. Dr. Detroit, powerful action with trancazos. Screams. Rated R, under 17 not admitted without veterano. Orale, make an appointment to see the doctor.
Now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. The East L.A. Sound Special continues on the heart and soul of rock and roll, KRLA. Good evening to you. This is Mucho Morales. Earlier in the show, we were talking about the early days of East L.A. sound scene and what happened back then. I'll tell you what, we're going to kind of bring you up to date right now with a group that's red hot these days and has been for quite some time in the East L.A. area. With me tonight is Tierra.
Hey, all right.
All right, nice to have you this evening. Nice of you to stop by.
How you doing, Mucho?
Real good, real good. Who's here tonight? Let's start from the top of the group.
We're here.
Okay, starting over here, Rudy Salas, leader of the group.
Steve Salas, my dad was the leader of the group.
Rudy
Navarrete, saxophone and leader.
Joey Guerra and co-leader, I think.
Mike Jimenez, lead vocalist and producer.
And Honored Baeza, Sergeant of Arms.
An occasional good guy.
He also writes all the songs for us, too.
Thanks for coming by the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA. Rudy,
yeah.
Why don't you tell us about Tierra? How'd you guys get started? You know, let's kind of go back. Now, I don't want to make you feel too old, but...
that's hard already. You just did. We used to be a gang.
You know, it was a brand new group. It more or less started out of a kind of a reflection of the political and cultural activities that were happening in East L.A. and not only in East L.A. but most of the Chicano communities.
Chicano! And what year was that, Rudy?
This was 1972.
Altogether, Tierra's done how many albums now?
We've done 5 albums now. Three on our last label, our last company.
Which are the ones that have really made the mark for us.
What would you say has been your biggest album?
City Nights.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. Rudy is Steve Salas, who we've been speaking to here for the last couple of minutes on the East L.A. Sound Special on KRLA. Go play one of the cuts off the album for you, one of your biggest hits, Memories. was Memories with Dieta on KRLA. This is the East L.A. Sound Special with Mucho Morales. Speaking of memories, Rudy, Steve Salas. Let's go back with some good memories of the early days. And we're going to see if you remember this one.
Actually, a record we did on the Chipmunk album.
I'm Melvin.
But you do remember that, huh?
Yeah.
That was a very, 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 very first experience in the studio, recording studio.
Yeah.
I was 10. You were 32.
You were 9 and I was 11. He was 9 and I was 11 years old.
No, I was 10.
And it was funny because he used to, when we used to play at the dances and stuff like that, he used to stand on a box.
He still does.
We had one mic. He still does. No, now Mike does. No, he used to stand on a box to reach the mic, you know, and go ahead, that was his axe.
Rudy, can you remember far enough back the year that song was done?
62.
That was 21 years ago. What was the name of the song?
Darling. It's called Darling.
I used to do that at all the clubs and high schools and things. Yeah. And back then you were known as the Salas Brothers.
Salas Brothers, and we sang with the Jaguars. That was the band.
Speaking of the Jaguars, you remember this one?
My friend, I will say to you that you'll never find one like mine.
You remember that? Yeah, that's when I reached puberty. Gotta find a girl. Did we say that? I'm sorry. No.
And what year was that, Rudy?
78.
No.
32.
No, this is about 65.
Yeah, that's right.
And Rudy and Steve, you've come a long way since $13 a night.
No.
Back when you were in the Jaguars.
That was for the whole band.
And the years have gone by, and hopefully not too many have gone by, but enough to maybe bring you quite a lot of success with Dieta.
Right.
Overnight success in 20 minutes.
Let's talk about your biggest hit.
Together?
Donde está Santa Claus?
Yeah. Well, at the time, my brother and I said the whole band, we were playing at a place called the Pasta House.
Yeah.
And which I'm sure a lot of people are aware of. And we decided to go out and put on our own record on our own, produced it ourselves, and went in the studio and then even distributed with just local distributors, and started to get some, a lot of reaction locally, and then we were able to actually get on the national charts before we actually had a record company.
And I'll tell you what, let's play it together.
Yeah. Memories.
With just a little segment of Cowboys to Girls, of course, on the end. Your biggest hit sold 1 million for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's Together with Dieta.
In poverty and no wonder
want you to sit back and close your eyes. Think about all those wonderful times that we used to have, yeah. Now I know things aren't the way they used to be right now, but they are gonna get better someday, and I know that. And I remember when we used to play shoot 'em up, bang, bang, baby. Together, baby. Together, baby. Wanna live with you. 'Cause I want you to be my wife, you see. And I'll give you everything.
Together. Oh, how many lovers have made that Dieta classic their song? And I'm not talking about just here in L.A., but across the nation. You know, more and more East L.A. groups are breaking out of the local scene. And when the East L.A. Sound Special continues, we'll be talking about one of those groups, War, right after this.
Orale, this is it, the mightiest movie ever made. The most exciting news of the decade. Dr. Detroit, the story of one local Professor Squidlow, sheltered and beloved maestro por día y por noche, guardian of beautiful women. About the local most feared by the underworld.
This Dr. Detroit is bad.
See Dr. Detroit, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent or veterano. Make an appointment to see the doctor.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. And hello there again, this is Mucho Morales on the Heart and Soul of Rock and Roll, KRLA's East L.A. Sound Special. Our guest tonight is Dieta. And you know, you guys have had a lot of company on the national charts throughout the years, and the biggest group that comes to mind to me would be War. And they've had a lot of success throughout the country, and they're have gotten pretty popular in the East L.A. area. I'll tell you, Andre.
Oh, you know,
you've spent some time with the group.
War. I was first aware of War back in I think '67, '68, or '69 with Eric Burton.
Spill the Wine.
Spill the Wine. Yeah. To me, they really impressed me, and I guess they just got a little step ahead of a lot of the bands in East Los Angeles by coming out with Cisco Kid, because they saw the reaction of the brown people there, and so War to me comes back as really capitalizing on the East LA sound and capitalizing on the people.
Cisco Kid with War. They've got that East L.A. sound, huh? Well, we talked to Papa D, Harold Brown, and the guys at KRLA about War, the group, and their low-riding days.
We're good for like you say, street scenes, American heroes, you know. And the lowrider is just someone who is just driving around looking, and his whole attitude is what's happening, que paso, you know. Everybody in the group is a lowrider. Yeah, that's Harold Brown. He's
one of the originals.
Come on, sit over here.
I know I'm a lowrider. Back in 1966, 67, I used to have an old 53 Dodge, you know, Hemi head. And my brother and I, it was an old car, so what we do in order to, you know, feel proud about it, you know, everybody wants to be pleased with their something, especially the car. So we take it, we polish it up, we throw some rims on it, and we lower it, and we darken up the windows and stuff, tint it. And that was our Cadillac, a poor man's Cadillac. And we'd be cruising, and the sheriff would stop us, and they started calling us the lowriders because they had a little stick, and if your tires, they would measure from the rubber up to the rim with the stick, and then they would slide it all the way up under the car, and if it wouldn't clear, you get a ticket. And that's how we got the lowriders. And we'd be cruising, and we'd just have a good time, and all you needed was a good radio and some good records.
All my friends know the lowrider. The lowrider is a little higher.
You know that sound. War with Low Rider. Another East L.A. group that's broken into the national scene is El Chicano. Tierra's Andre Baeza used to be with El Chicano right from the first when they were still called the VIPs. Andre will be telling us about the early days of El Chicano when the East L.A. Sound special continues on KRLA right after this.
Professor Clifford Skridlow. Por dia a mild-mannered college professor.
I don't need stimulants. I have a good book.
Pero de noche he turns into... guardian of beautiful rucas and the vato loco most feared by the underworld.
Nothing can destroy the doctor.
He was a vato of many faces.
Step aside, lad. Here, you'll eat my poop.
A modern-day Avenger.
If you want trouble, then you just keep coming up.
He turned into the slickest of the slick, hipper than Dr. Chivago, más suave que Dr. No.
This Dr. Detroit is bad. He's even badder than Mr. T.
I want you to arrest everybody in this room, including me.
Make an appointment to see the doctor. See the Vato Loco, Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit.
This one's on the doctor.
Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent or veterano.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. East L.A. Sound Special continues on the Heart and Soul of Rock and Roll KRLA. This is Mucho Morales. With me tonight, Dieta. You got Rudy, Steve, Joe, Bobby, Mike, Andre.
How you doing?
And what about El Chicano?
Well, Andre was an original member.
Well, Andre was an original member of El Chicano back in the late 60s, early 70s. Andre, can you elaborate for us?
Started with the VIPs back in '67, and you know the hippie movement, the whole trip. And there was going to be some fire happening in East Los Angeles as far as the police and everything. And I guess a lot of people saw that. So I guess back in '69 we just got lucky by recording a song called Viva Tirado, produced by a good friend of all of us, Eddie Davis. He gave us the name El Chicano, and at that time we was just, what? You know, we were a little shocked because we were the VIPs. And I guess as time went on, the song got really big, not only in East L.A., Los Angeles, but all over the United States. And the people, the Chicano people, started a movement that was unbelievable with the Chicano power. It was the year of the Chicano. And I guess being in the group El Chicano with the ultimate name, we were chosen by all the gente, political movements, rallies, riots, Mecha, you name all the organizations. The Brown Berets loved us. And we were the people's band.
Well, Andre, an original member of the group. It was 1970. Viva Tirado. El Chicano with Viva Tirado. Some of the guys stopped by to talk to us here at KRLA. Bobby Espinoza, Aaron Ballesteros, and El Chicano's manager, Joel Sandoval. They gave us a rundown on how they got their name.
Actually, Chicano was a slang word just for Mexican-American. It came about through the producer at the time, which was my brother and Eddie Davis.
There was a lot of awareness at the time in the high schools. They were starting to have riots and walkouts in high schools, Chicano Awareness Week and all this kind of stuff.
Chicano studies.
Yeah, and it became very in vogue to be a Chicano, and they came out with it right at the right time.
We weren't really a political group. We were a musical group. And we did have a lot of problems with in different parts of the country with being hired because they thought we were militant, they thought we were political, they thought we were trying to say something politically, but it was all musical.
And now El Chicano with one of my favorites, Tell Her She's Lovely. The East L.A. Sound Special on the Heart and Soul of Rock and Roll, KRLA, AM 1110, and Mucho Morales. We're back with Tierra. The guys are still with us tonight. We got Rudy, Steve, Joe, Bobby, Mike, and Andre.
Yeah, party over here.
A lot of new music out these days. It's changing. We got new wave, we got a little punk, and rock and roll still with us, and R&B, Latin beat to a lot of stuff out these days.
Funk?
Yes, can't leave out the punk funk. In East L.A., a lot of new groups over there. The East L.A. sound scene. What group comes to mind, or one of many? Rudy?
I think the Lobos are a group, very prominent group right now.
Los Lobos.
Los Lobos, yeah. Mm-hmm. In the East L.A. scene, they've kind of picked up a different sound from what people usually see as an East Side sound. Mm-hmm. But they've kind of picked up the rockabilly, new wave, Tex-Mex sound, and they put that all together, which is very exciting.
Yeah, then they've crossed over very well into the mainstream of LA music, and not only LA but Southern California and now national scene, you know.
And international, because I think along with the Blasters, who's getting real big on the rockabilly scene, like in Europe, Los Lobos are starting to make some noise over there too.
Los Lobos is making waves for sure. They stopped by to talk to us here at KRLA, and we had the whole group here: David Hidalgo, Conrad Lozano, Louis Perez, and Cesar Rosas. By the way, they're all graduates of James A. Garfield High in East L.A. for you Garfield fans listening this evening. Los Lobos is a relatively new group coming out of East L.A., and they talked about what's happening on the East L.A. music scene today.
What we've done, we've crossed over and we're playing over in Hollywood, and we're starting to generate some of the East L.A. crowd to go out there too. A lot of those people have never gone to that side of the world. A lot of them, you know. And it's like over there where they play the punk rock, you know. And that's the whole thing right there. You know, a lot of people think that you go play in a basement under somewhere and it's punk rock. It's all these degenerate people, you know, with this weird hair. There's about 10 different clubs. We've played
the Grand,
Cafe de Grand,
the Roxy. Well, I mean, the Roxy's pretty.
Yeah, it's kind of showcase.
Showcase.
But
Lingerie.
Club 88.
music machine.
The Plant, the Vex.
It's an alternative music scene, and we're out there playing, and hopefully we can generate people to go out there and check out what's going on. So that's where the whole scene has to go musically.
Farmer John, I'm in love with your daughter. She's the one with the champagne eyes. Well, you know that I love her ever since she showed me those eyes. Farmer John, someday I will marry. She's the one with the champagne eyes. Well, she knows that I love her ever since she showed me those eyes. Mama, mama, mama do. Chaka, chaka, chaka do. Papa, papa, papa do. I dig the way she walks, the way she talks. She really knocks me out. She makes me wanna shout. Whoa, whoa, Farmer John, I'm in love with your daughter. She's the one with the champagne eyes. 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 With the champagne eyes.
The sound of Los Lobos with Farmer John. When the East L.A. Sound Special continues on KRLA, we'll give you a little taste of the new music coming out of East L.A. today. Coming up right after this.
Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit. Dr. Detroit.
Finally, a movie with local thrills and excitement. The motion picture of the decade. Gorgeous Ruca's in danger, and Professor Squilo comes to the rescue.
Going to enjoy it.
Ooh, I love it.
Universal Pictures presenta that international vato loco Dan Aykroyd in Dr. Detroit. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without veterano.
This Dr. Detroit is bad. B-A-D.
Make an appointment to see the doctor.
It's now showing at a theater or drive-in near you. During the first part of our KRLA special on the East LA Sound, we brought back some of those early sounds. Now, the new sounds. Here's a sample of 11 groups that are coming out of East LA today. First, a group that's making it around the local club scene, Los Iligos.
Standing on the corner, got nowhere to go. I'm here in LA, I got no place to stay. A man came up to me and he asked my name. Couldn't speak his language, so he took me away. Is this the price you have to pay when you come to the USA? I don't know why we cannot stay. Didn't Grucky race the border yesterday?
Next, with the new East LA Sound, Azusa. Next, a group who got together at Salesian High in '74, Echo.
Trying to get away into the night, and then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then you say, I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound.
Now a group with the new East LA Sound, DJ Flash.
I rap and you
Next, the man who's making a reputation for being outrageous and bizarre, Johnny Chingas.
If you're lonely, don't be lonely. You don't have to be alone. Everybody needs somebody. You can always phone home. If you're lonely, don't be lonely. You don't have to be alone. Everybody needs somebody. You can always phone home.
And the East L.A. sound from the 80s, The Brat.
Time is all I seem to mutter. Pull my life out of the gutter. Time is all I seem to mutter. Pull my life out of the gutter.
And here's a man originally from New York who came to California and got the new East L.A. sound, Jimmy Santos.
Come and dance with me. Mujer bonita. Ven a bailar conmigo.
And here's a group from the East L.A. area getting their sound together, Lee Raven.
Tell me why you don't try anymore. You can lie to me. You can't go on lying no more. We can't go on like this, that's for sure. You can't go on lying no more. We can't go on like this, that's for sure.
And here's a group that's gotten some airplay with their new East L.A. sound, The Plugs.
I like the way you lie to me. Shifting tongue, shifting hearts, shifting eyes. And the way you lie to me. And the way you lie to me.
And from East L.A., here's four guys known as Felix and the Cats.
So mixed up. So now what you want? Organization has people. Purification has yet come.
And finally, an East L.A. group with a new addition, Sly Slick and Wicked.
Oh, come and love me, baby. Gonna drive you crazy. Tonight I wanna make it with you. Such a lovely lady. Gotta have you, baby. Tonight I'm gonna make some sweet loving with you. Well, don't you know I need you so. Hey, baby, don't you feel like
The new sound coming out of East L.A. You've just heard 11 of the new groups on KRLA 1110 AM. Tieta is still with us, and you guys have been around, paid your dues. Tell me, Rudy, how tough is it for a new group to get started these days?
Well, I'd love to paint a rosy picture about the future of the Hispanic groups in the industry, but I think that it's just as hard now as it was, 10, 20 years ago. I mean, it's getting better, but there's still a lot of obstacles out there for people to have to overcome. But I think that if groups, that basically take the same philosophy that we did, that, we're not going to give up.
Was it tough to get a radio station to play your first record?
I think that's a key point as far as the radio stations go.
Radio stations in Los Angeles now finally are waking up to the big Latin community in town.
Right, there are stations like this station here has always been responsive.
Which is KRLA.
KRLA, yeah, right. That has always been responsive to the
most
Chicano groups.
Okay, I want to thank you guys for coming by tonight. Tieta, Andre,
thank you,
and Mike. Mike, hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello. Fell asleep.
Okay, yeah, Mike fell asleep tonight, I think. It's a little dark in here for Mike. Now, we're on radio, but Mike has sunglasses on right now, so I think he dozed off for a second.
Cool.
Thank you, Mike. Joe?
Thank you, Mucho.
Bobby?
Thank you very much, and don't give up out there.
Very well put. Steve? Thank you.
Thank you very much, and don't give up out there. No,
Rudy?
Thank you very much.
Party over here.
Let's take a trip down William Boulevard. Arriba, arriba.
The East L.A. Sound special on KRLA was brought to you by Universal Pictures' Dr. Detroit, starring Dan Aykroyd. Special thanks to Ruben Guevara and John Martinez of Ruben and the Jets for stopping by during the first part of the show and for lending us their expertise on the East L.A. scene. We'd also like to thank John Ovaya and Tony of The Record Inn for their help. Thanks to KRLA's Tony Klima and Phil Little for their engineering assistance. And special thanks to Douglas Brown for his usually superb production work. The East L.A. Sound Special was researched, written, and produced by KRLA's Penny Biondi with assistance by Program Director Jack Roth. This is Mucho Morales reminding you the East L.A. sound of the streets, the sound of the people, and the sound of the music will live forever and ever. Para siempre y siempre. We're the heart and soul of rock and roll. KRLA.
More oldies, more often. We're the heart and soul of rock and roll. KRLA, Pasadena.